In today's video, I'm going to tell you what is CSS and how to include CSS into the HTML page. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, which is used to style HTML pages. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen. For example, a builder built a room. Should we live in that raw room? No, right? We do decoration. We paint that room, we place some flowers, we hang some curtains on the window. Same we do here in web development. We create that raw room using HTML and we use CSS as a decorative product. So there are three ways to include CSS into the HTML page: external CSS, internal CSS, and inline CSS.
With an external CSS, we can change the look of an entire website by changing just one file. Each HTML page must include a reference to the external style sheet file inside the link element inside the head section. An internal CSS may be used if one single HTML page has a unique style. The internal CSS is defined inside the style tag in the head section. An inline CSS may be used to apply a unique style for a single HTML element. To use inline CSS, we can add the style attribute to the relevant HTML element. First, we add all the HTML elements on which we are applying CSS. First, take h1 tag, heading, cascading style sheet. Then we'll add two paragraphs. Also the ahref tag, which is used to add link. Here we are styling link using CSS. Then we use UL tag, UL and OL, two types of list. Here we add two UL and two OL list because we are going to apply two different styles. We are creating OL list, ordered list. Here you can see the output for simple HTML. Now we are going to create a file for external CSS and save it with .css, style.css. So now we are going to style h1 heading. Now here h1 is selector, which points the HTML elements on which we are using that style. Here color is property and red is property value. Now to link that CSS file, we use link tag inside the head tag. Here we'll add style.css. We can see the output, color set to red. Next property is text align center. It will align the heading in the center. Text decoration, underline. It will add underline to the heading. Next property is text transform, which change the case of the text to uppercase. Next, letter spacing. It will specify the space between characters of the text, 4 pixel. Then text shadow. It will add shadow to the text, 3 pixel, 1 pixel blue. 3 pixel is horizontal size, 1 pixel is vertical size, and blue is the color of the shadow. You can see the output. Next we create one ID selector. ID selector is used to select one unique HTML element. We use hash to create an ID. Hash para1. Here we created one ID, para1. Text align center. Nothing has changed because we didn't assign para1 to any HTML element. So now we are assigning ID to p tag. To assign ID, simply write ID equals to ID name, that is para1. ID equals to para1. Now it will align the paragraph into the center. Then we'll set the color of the text. Color blue. Next property is line height. Line height is used to set the space between two lines. (30 pixel). Now we create one class. So to create class selector, we need to write a period character followed by the class name. Here we are creating para2 class, and we use the text indent property for the second paragraph. Text indentation property is used to indent the first line of the paragraph. Now we'll assign the para2 class in the second paragraph. Class equals to para2. You can see the output. We can also specify that only specific HTML elements should be affected by a class. Here we add h2 because this second paragraph will not take indent property. Now after assigning p to class para2, only p elements which class para2 will be indented. Next we are styling a href tag. a:*link. This property is for applying a style to the normal unvisited link. Color black because the default color of the link is blue. It will set the color of link black. a:\over. When the user moves the mouse over it, it will change the color to red. We can also create a button using CSS. For that, we will add a background color. Red. Color, which is the color of text, white. Padding. (14 pixel and 25 pixel). text align center, text decoration none, so that it will remove the underline, display inline block, so we created button. We'll change the over color, yellow, now we'll style the lists, unordered list and ordered list. In the last video, we saw how default unordered and ordered list. So now moving forward, we style them separately. UL. Okay, so here we are assigning class A to the UL element, list style type, circle, then UL B. Here we are creating B class, list style type, square, now we are assigning that class in UL element, class A, in class B. Now we'll see the output. Default UL will display bullets, and after applying class, it will show circle as you see. Now we'll create class for ordered list. We are assigning class C to the element OL, list style type, upper Roman, another class is D. List style type lower alpha. Default OL will display numbers, and we are assigning the class C and D to OL element. So after applying class, it will show the upper Roman and lower alpha. Now we'll remove the H1 selector from the external style sheet to see how inline CSS work. So we apply inline CSS on H1 tag. We use inline CSS when we want to apply a unique style on a single element. So here we use style attribute. Inside that we add property and values separated by semicolon, color and text align. We can see the output. So now we'll add the H1 selector again. If some properties have been defined for the same selector in different style sheets, the value from the last read style sheet will be used. Remove inline CSS. Now we'll see how internal CSS works. First we need to remove the reference of the external style sheet. Then we'll add the style tag inside the head tag. Now we'll see the output after removing the reference of the external style sheet. It shows the basic HTML page. Now we'll copy this style.css file and paste it inside the style tag. Hope this video helps you to understand CSS concepts. If you like this video, please like it and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.